here today to announce the appointment of Robert Hur as a special counsel pursuant to Department of Justice regulations governing such matters.
That was the official announcement of Robert Hur being tapped to be the special counsel to investigate the documents found at President Biden's former office space and also at his personal home in Delaware. Hur is a Trump-appointed attorney. He was confirmed as U.S. Attorney in Maryland in 2017 until he resigned in 2021. Now, in the private sector, a litigation partner at a D.C. law firm. I want to bring in now Mike Davis. He handled Hur's confirmation in Maryland, and he is with us now. Mike, good to see you, and thanks so much for coming on here. Clearly a major investigation, if you will, a major handling. This is the President of the United States. There are not one but two locations in which classified documents were found. So how this is being handled will be scrutinized in the media, watched by millions of Americans. Is Hur the right person to lead this investigation? Why or why not?
So that's to be determined. Hur is clearly smart. He went to Harvard for undergrad, Stanford for law school. He clerked for Chief Justice Rehnquist on the Supreme Court. He has very good credentials. When I was the chief counsel for nominations on the Senate Judiciary Committee, his nomination came through for U.S. Attorney, and those are oftentimes routine nominations. We did hold up his nomination for several weeks in order to force the Deputy Attorney General at the time, Rod Rosenstein, to get Senator Chuck Grassley, the chairman of the Judiciary Committee, documents that he was seeking on the Russian collusion matter. And there are some concerns with Hur that we need to monitor. So Hur has been a longtime protege of FBI Director Chris Wray. They started working together in the Justice Department back in 2006. Both Hur and Chris Wray reported to James Comey when they worked there. Chris Wray worked for James Comey as James Comey's protege from 2001 to 2005. Hur left the Justice Department, was a law partner to Chris Wray, then went to work for Rod Rosenstein when he was the U.S. Attorney in Maryland, one of the only U.S. attorney held over for 8 years by President Obama. Hur went back to work for Chris Wray, then he went to serve as Rod Rosenstein's number two when Rod Rosenstein was the Deputy Attorney General, the number two to the number two. And that's where Hur worked with Chris Wray again as the FBI director, and Hur was the staff lead to monitor the Mueller investigation. So it's just it's a very swampy, incestuous relationship in Washington, D.C. So I think people just need to keep a very close eye, and again, it's to be determined whether he's going to be fair.
Yeah, leave this graphic up if we can here, Mike. So this is essentially what you just broke down, but the bottom part here, one, working with Christopher Wray at that law firm there, but also this, he also a former top lieutenant to Russiagate proponent Rod Rosenstein. The Steele dossier links that pop in your head at this time. Not saying that he was a part of that or alleging any of that, but to have any sort of link to someone that was a part of that, that does lead the American people maybe to distrust how these investigations are handling when you look at the background of some of these folks. So I guess my next question would be, is there any hope for the American people that may be mistrusting of how this investigation process works? Is there any way that Hur could go through this in a nonpartisan manner? You would understand that the President of the United States, he's going to have allies, in D.C. in this investigation. Is he able to go through this with a nonpartisan lens?
Well, we'll see. I mean, I'll say with the Russian, when he oversaw the Russiagate investigation, did he know that it was corrupt? Was he willfully blind? Was he duped? Any of those scenarios make it a bad sign that, if he's that easily duped by corrupt FBI agents, that's not a good sign. So I hope I hope that he's learned a lesson from Russiagate when he investigates this. Look, unlike President Trump, who had the absolute constitutional and statutory right as a president and former president to take his presidential records, including classified records, when he left office, former vice presidents like Biden absolutely do not. This is clear espionage by Biden when he took these records. Like you said, he had them in two different locations. He moved them at least twice, once when he left the vice president's office on January 20th, 2017. Again, when he moved into Penn Biden, that got $55 billion from China in February 2018. You have, unlike, the Trump family made their fortune before he became president through real estate. The Biden family made their fortune when he was vice president through selling foreign access, foreign corruption with China, Ukraine, and many other places. And these documents they found had to do with Ukraine for one of the subjects. They found documents in his garage. They found documents in a room adjacent to his garage. They found documents in his office at 101 Constitution Avenue. These are unguarded places when he was the former vice president. They need to get to the bottom of this. They need to have an intel assessment. The Bidens need to cooperate. This is very damning.
And also, too, and I'll close on this, many folks need to remember that this is a vice president at the time, not a president, just like you pointed out at the very top. So trying to compare the two, you can't do that without understanding that context. Mike Davis joining us live there. Mike, excellent conversation. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.